Alrighty guys, well, welcome back to another video. We're gonna keep this brief because I honestly got out here a little bit later than I would have liked, but it is another beautiful day in Southwest Florida. We got a full moon, no wind, some sun. There's snook blowing up behind me. So we're gonna get fishing as quick as we can. That thing has been popping for the past, look at that. Anyways, so we're gonna get fishing as quick as we can, but today I am taking out the micro skiff. We are fishing the backwaters, and honestly, I think the kind of idea of this video is fishing places where only I can get. I'm gonna be fishing the skinniest water I can find, shallowest water I can find, whether that's creeks, just bays that are hard to get into, just anything. And dang, massive school snook. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna see what happens, but look at that snook, guys. I am doing the intro. I hope you can see him. That is a 35 inch snook as I'm doing this intro. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna get fishing. I'll see you guys. Super skinny water, catch a lot of fish. God bless. Enjoy the video. If you do, subscribe, and I'm gonna go catch one of these fish. I'll see you. Guys, you can't make that up. I'm doing the intro, literally doing the intro, and a 35 inch snook is swimming under the boat. Today, I'm honestly skipping topwater because we got out a little later, and honestly, topwater hasn't been working that great for me. So we're gonna be throwing this NLBN 3-inch. If you guys haven't seen last video, when you're done watching this one, check that out because it was insane. It got a couple big snook on it, missed 2 really big snook on it, but beautiful bait. I mean, it's honestly just such an awesome bait. And we're back to, got the Bulls Bay Banshee medium heavy back, which is like my favorite swim bait rod. Has a little more backbone than what we've been using, so should be able to stick these fish a little better. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, I mean, these oysters come up to like inches of water. That's why I like taking the skiff here, because no way I'm getting the egret back here, you know what I mean? Super skinny. It ends up getting deeper over here, but to get in here it's just a pain in the butt. We got a decent outgoing tide right now, and then it slacks out, which I'm not really looking forward to, but then it obviously comes back in. But I think there's gonna be a little bit of a delay of when it starts coming back in, so it'll be interesting, like if the bite dies down, you know what I mean? Hoping it doesn't. Decent little snook. First fish of the day. A nice fat little snook. I'll take him. Perfect hook set right there. Hopefully we see some of those today. Some good hook sets, because the last video was a little bit rough. And look at this, we're in 5 inches of water. Guys, I'm just so excited. This area up here is so fishy. There's so many fish up here. Water's crystal clear. Bunch of fish around, bunch of big reds, bunch of big snook. Big head wake on it. He missed it. Come back for it. Come on, it's like he almost ate the tail. I think that was a nice redfish based on the head. I've had a couple redfish do that lately. That's unfortunate. He trailed it out hard. It looked like a big fish. I was watching him trail it, so when he like nibbled it, I set the hook. I thought he had it and just ate it soft, but he literally just barely even ate it. Didn't have it in his mouth. Yeah, it's a decent little snook. Oof. Ooh, come on, buddy. Guys, that's one thing about this area here is every snook you catch is so fat, man. They are so fat. And that's why when you catch the big ones, when you catch like a 30+ inch snook, it is just a tank. Oof. Monster snook. Monster snook right there. Holy crap, look at those snook. They are all over slot. Monster snook. Look at that snook. That's a 40-inch snook. Oh my goodness. Monster redfish. Oh my gosh, what is happening? I hope you guys see these fish. Oh my goodness, those snook were all over slot. And that redfish was low 30s. Good grief. all schooled up. Let's see if I can't get lucky and get a reaction bite out of one of these. He's not a tank, but it's a snook. Uh-oh. Honestly, I want to get this guy unhooked as quick as I can. Get this back in there. All right, guys. Well, that is a good sign. I mean, there was a school of 10 to 12, all slots or over slots. A massive redfish was with them, and we caught two or three fat snook. Big head wake right there. On the shallow flat, bunch of head wakes up there. Could be those snook. All right, we're gonna fish this side real quick. I just saw a redfish tail come out of the water. Super skinny water, super shallow. Might be able to sight fish some stuff. Big shark, look at him. That's what I'm saying, there's just so much life here, it's crazy. Big snook. Sheesh. We gotta figure this out, guys. There's way too many big fish here for me not to be hooking into some. I am spooking 30-inch fish after 30-inch fish. That's a fish right there. Watch this. Something's on it, something big head wake. Come on. Little snook. Jeez. All right, water got super stagnant back here. We're gonna go back towards like the mouth, the main bay. Good news is we're seeing a bunch of fish. So many big fish. I mean, I saw probably 5 or 6 redfish over 30 inches, big snook. We just gotta fool one of them. And we're gonna do that, so stay tuned. I have no doubt. I'm gonna retie while we're rigging. I'm afraid a little bit, don't wanna risk it. Honestly, don't love how the tide has gone slack. I mean, you see some stuff sitting here in the water, on top of the water. Don't know how I feel about that. Don't love that. But that being said, we're gonna figure it out. Also, let me know what your thoughts are on a full moon. It's a full moon, and I know that I've heard that can affect snook bite from what I've read because they eat a lot more at night. Redfish, I guess, aren't as affected, but snook, they'll feast at night. So it makes them a little bit less eager to eat the next day. Well, I mean, that's a decent snook right there. He's giving us a show. As I'm saying, snook don't want to eat as much. He was in a school snook. I still see him all right there. Wow, nice snook. He's a pretty one, that's for sure. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Beautiful snook right there. He's probably 20 inches. Awesome snook. Such a pretty fish. He was in a school of snook. Yeah, up here they love being all schooled up. What's funny about the schools is a lot of them have really big fish in them. Usually it's hard to get the big ones. The smaller ones come up and kill it before you can even get it to them. I don't know if you guys noticed though, 0 boats here. It's probably because everywhere is just so shallow. It's hard to get a boat back in here unless you have a skiff. That redfish just followed it out. Literally 50 feet. Ate it. I set the hook and it just came straight out of his mouth. But then he came back for it, but then he spooked. Boy's right there. Got him. Guys, that is unreal. That is unreal. Look at this. We are in inches of water. beautiful. He literally came out, I doubt you guys saw him. He came out 50 feet from the freaking mangroves. And then he ate it. I set the hook, he missed it. Then he spooked. And then I look and he's sitting right there. He was still sitting right there. He's nothing crazy, but a beautiful fish. He was still sitting right there. I cast. I just learned something too. He was following it. Usually I like to keep a swim bait going. He was following it. Usually I like to keep a swim bait going, right? I let it sit, and when it was sitting, he came and ate it, which, I mean, I'll do that with gulps, but typically when I think of a swim bait, it's like I kind of think you want to keep it moving, you know what I mean? But that might be some good information to know. But beautiful redfish right there. He's fat, man. Nothing crazy, but gorgeous fish. Look at him. Let's get him back in the water. Beautiful fish. First NLBN is down. Gotta re-rig. Yeah, I don't mind the sun coming up because I will say I will have some more opportunities like that, sight casting. And that's the benefits of being in a skiff. I mean, I'm so quiet, man. It's like I'm literally paddleboarding. Let's get another NLBN on and then we'll be back to it. You know what that makes me think of? Why can't all fish be that aggressive, man? If every fish was as aggressive as that little redfish, it would make some of life's problems go away, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's kind of my plan. So cast in the shadows, see if anything follows it out. If it does, maybe change the pace a little bit. Basically just try to sight cast some of these fish. Little snook. This bottom's so pretty though. It's just all grass. And this grass can hold so much life. Just pinfish, baitfish, crabs, crustaceans, anything. Which I think is why every fish we catch here is just so healthy. Super fat, super thick. Phew. Redfish on it. I'm just gonna let it sit there. Yep. Told you. Guys, same thing that happened earlier. He's a better one too, I think. Yeah, literally same thing that happened earlier. I saw him on it. I saw him shoot out. You see those that broad back coming out for it? And instead of just reeling it slow and steady, which I usually do, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna let him get on it. Like happened last time, learned something new, and I just let it sit there, reeled it like dragging on the bottom. And he crushed it. And that is awesome. Look at that fish right there. Another beautiful redfish. Nothing crazy in size, but we have slow and steady action. We're sight fishing these fish in real shallow water. Crystal clear water too, so you can't get much better than that. Look at that fish, guys. Beautiful little fish right there. Beautiful. Nice redfish. Guys, this is insane. I am literally just pitching. Gosh, I can't talk. I'm just pitching these baits at these fish. That thing turned instantly. That's a little bit better one, nothing crazy. And like his friends are just waiting for him. I'm seeing big snook and I'm catching big redfish. Beautiful. Sight casting baits, sight casting nice fish with the NLBN, man. And he shot out at it, I just slow it down. So fun. I mean, you cannot get more fun than this. There we go. Another one down. He's bigger. He's bigger, that's for sure. There we go, guys. They're getting a little bit bigger every time. He's in low 20s. Beautiful tail right there. Beautiful tail. Beautiful fish right there, guys. Beautiful fish. question is, can we fool a nice snook with the NLBN? If you guys saw last video, there was like a middle 30 snook that I casted at and he destroyed it. I've casted at a couple big ones today and they have not given it much of a thought. We'll see if that changes throughout the day. Today's starting to turn into a sight casting type of day, man. Yeah, honestly, when I'm blind casting this nowadays, I'm casting into a spot like shade where I think there might be a fish and I'm looking for something to follow it out. I'm almost looking behind the bait. It's already happened a couple times today. I see a redfish or something following it and I slow it down a little bit and then they end up eating it. But in the past, there's been times where I reel it and I just keep it nice and steady, which that's what I do like by default. But I've been changing it up. And when I see a fish following it, I move it nice and slow off the bottom and it's been working really well. It's really been getting them to eat. Tell you what, I don't like how the water's stagnant right here. I mean, it is just disgusting water. No water flow. All right, guys, quick little update. So it is about 9:55, almost 10 o'clock. And honestly, so far we've had a really good day. I mean, I can't really complain. The only thing I would like is maybe to get you guys that one fish that's just that really big fish, you know, big snook, big redfish. But we haven't been able to do that yet. Seen a lot of big fish. I mean, we have seen some massive snook, massive redfish, but it is super tricky to get those things to eat. They're smart, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, especially in this crystal clear water. It's shallow, it's super clear. I mean, like I literally could drink, it looks like I could drink this water to my tap. But that being said, it's still early. We're gonna keep working. Honestly, loving this swim bait. Really like sight casting. So I'm just gonna try to find, ahead of me, it's super calm, kind of like what we were just fishing. And as long as there's clear water, there's not anything like sitting still on top of the water that just shows it's super stagnant. I think we'll get on some fish. The tide's about to turn, about to start incoming, and then that's when I might start working back into some of these creeks with the tide. But right now, it is just dead slack tide. So there's not much we can do. Just kind of gonna keep doing what was working, you know what I mean? Alrighty guys, well, basically, I mean, you guys see how clear this water is, right? It is just crystal clear. Can't get much better than this. We're gonna try to sight cast. See if there's any good snook cruising this beach. Hopefully there is, and we can put this in front of them and they eat it. We'll see what happens. A couple decent snook right there. There's a redfish. Yep. Nice little redfish, guys. Saw some snook, cast it up there, ended up getting a red. We're back on the board. It's been probably an hour since our last fish. So this is a nice one. A nice one to get us back on the board. I saw him shoot out and grab it. It's so fun. Can't get better than that. Beautiful fish right there. You can tell he's a little bit lighter being out here on the beach area. Beautiful fish regardless. Bye-bye, buddy. Let's get on another one. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, I got that thing way up in the mangroves. It's so cool seeing those things come and eat it. Wow, tarpon right there. Holy crap. I just had a tarpon on. There was a couple of them sitting there. Look at those tarpon. Holy crap, look at that. These tarpon are hungry. That was sick. Yeah, I had no clue what I was looking at. I just fumbled that bag so hard. My guess is they're spooked by now. That was weird. Tarpon were just laid up, sitting right there. I had 2 of them eat it. And they just barely, they literally like love tapped it. Super frustrating. Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys saw that. That was kind of insane. literally was kind of just drifting back in this bay and drifted on top of like 4 or 5 tarpon. Biggest probably being like 15 pounds. Alrighty guys, well, this is gonna be the last spot. Gonna try to sight cast one good fish. We just stumbled upon a pod of like 4 or 5 tarpon just posted up in that creek. Was not prepared. Kind of drifted, the current is ripping back there, so I kind of just drifted on top of them, which was very unfortunate. Now this is just some super clear water, almost like beachy area. There's some fish up there moving. It's hard to see them, but big fish right there. He's on it. Big fish. I think it's a redfish. Gorgeous eat, guys. That was gorgeous. I saw him. That's what you got to do when you're sight casting, man. That's what you got to do. You got to cast it in front of him, and I did not move it. Make sure he doesn't see the leader. Make sure he doesn't see anything. Didn't move it a bit. He shot out like a cannon to go get it. Best redfish of the day right there. There we go. Beautiful colors on this guy. Nice fish right there, guys. That's how you want to go right there. Beautiful fish. They're getting bigger. I mean, that one is a stud, man. Nice, probably 23-inch redfish, maybe 24. Beautiful fish right there. You guys can see this bottom we're fishing in. Super clear stuff. Beautiful fish. It's a decent snook. He came out of the mangroves. We're gonna have to keep our rod tip down. He's not as big as I thought he was. He's a decent little snook. I thought he was gonna be a little bit bigger, but he's a fat snook, about 20 inches. Awesome fish right there, guys. That eat was pretty epic. He came out of the mangroves like a cannon. I think the reason that he felt heavier is because he had me in the mangroves. I was fighting against the mangroves and the fish. Typically that doesn't work out too well for you. All right, guys, let's get out of here. All right, guys, well, that's gonna wrap it up for us today. That was an awesome day. I hope you guys enjoyed. Didn't get like any studs today, but the way we caught our fish, and they were nice little quality fish, you know, slot redfish and then a small but fat snook. But the way we got them today made it fun. You know, we ended up fishing a bunch of skinny water, but I didn't go as skinny as I thought I was gonna go today. I ended up actually just sight casting. It turned into really a big sight casting day, which is always fun. I mean, trying to fool these fish with artificials through the NLBN all day today, 3-inch in the tan color. Trying to fool the fish that way is just, there's something different about it that's really enjoyable. You know, live bait's always fun, but when you can fool them with artificial, it really makes it that much better. But with that being said, we're about to go in the trees. But with that being said, we're gonna head out of here. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, and check out some of the other videos. You know, we're starting to get to that point on the channel where we have a bunch of videos. I mean, I think this is going to be our 25th one, maybe 24th, but we're getting up there. And, you know, if you guys like this one, there's definitely some other stuff that you would enjoy if this is your first time watching the channel. So subscribe if you like it. I'm going to keep cranking out these videos. Got something cool coming up. Next video is going to be something awesome. Going to be something different. Going to be something you guys enjoy. I can promise you that. But gonna keep doing a bunch of different stuff on this channel. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.